Welcome to Tuttle Talk on 1190 AM. Now, live in studio, your host, local real estate expert, Andy Tuttle.
Good morning and welcome to Tuttle Talk on the Real Estate Radio Network, where we teach you what the rich and the banks do, not what they tell you to do, and where we dispel the misconceptions of financial fitness and the local real estate market and show you how following some basic principles can free you up to focus on the other important areas of your life, like your friends, your family, and the community. It's the most important hour of radio every Saturday right here on Clear Channel 1190 KFXR in the great state of Texas. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. Thank you so much for joining me. You can reach out to me during or after the show. My off-air number, 214-736-9696, 214-736-9696. You can also email me questions at andytuttle.com and become a fan of the show at facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. And don't forget, you can always stream this. You can actually go to iHeartRadio, go to iHeartRadio app on your phone, which is a great thing to do because you get all kinds of great shows. But you can also go to dfw1190am.com. If you get out of your car or you're at work, computer, you can play that on your computer and get these great tips then. Don't forget, guys, we have a contest going on, and it is going strong. It is the cool stuff I'm probably not getting for Christmas contest, and you probably didn't get some of these things for Christmas, but I am providing them for you and to you. So all you got to do, you go on to facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. You click on the little enter to win great prizes little icon photo thing, and you click on that. It pulls up a page. Take you about 10 seconds to register for the contest, and here's how you get points. You get 10 points for joining. You get 20 points for liking my page if you have not already done so. And you get 30 points for your friends that like the page. So here's the trick to that. When you go through the little process, and there are little videos on there to help you walk you through how to do it, it's very simple. When you share the contest, that gets a post on your page. When they click that post and join the contest through that, that's how you get points. So make sure you share every day. Share it a couple of times a day. Send it out. Send out the link. Have your friends join the contest. You get more points, and the prizes are pretty awesome. The grand prize is a Microsoft Surface tablet. We have a first prize, which is stay at the Hotel Intercontinental, and a dining certificate for their restaurant, which is Q de Cheval. We also have a prize for car detailing at your office. It's pretty awesome. And we have a fitness pack we're giving away so you can get in shape this year. And we've got some gift certificates to Seasons 52, which is a fantastic restaurant. Great wine, great food. They've got a couple of locations here, so we've got gift certificates for that as well. So enter the contest. You're going to have a lot of fun. We're having a lot of fun with it, and it's our way of giving back to you. So happy for you to be a part of that. This is the 4th week of Success Month. So every week I've interviewed someone, a professional that is successful, not only in money, but someone who exemplifies what it is to be successful, not just monetarily, but through their life. And I like the way that John Maxwell, the leadership guru, defines it. He says, success is knowing your purpose in life, growing to reach your maximum potential, and sowing seeds that benefit others. And so every week I've brought those guests to you and to encourage you at the beginning of the year to really get this year kick-started off right. And this week is no different. Sandi Krakowski, she's the president and founder of A Real Change International. She is what she considers herself, and she really is a happy entrepreneur. She has 11 successful companies under her belt. She's kind of a back-to-basics, step-by-step business expert who currently serves internationally, and she's looked daily by those who not only want to start a business, but they want to start a business correctly. And so she's got expertise in online marketing, leadership, business consulting, team management, product development, all kinds of stuff. If you want to do WordPress and copy, all those kinds of things she can help you with. And in all 11 of her companies have been built online with millions of clients who have come to trust her, sound wisdom on business, and she's actually got a pretty ridiculous sense of humor, too. She brings faith into her work. She believes that is a cornerstone to her success, and she'll talk about that, I'm sure, on the air today. She's also got a really big heart, so I'm really happy to have her with us today, and we'll talk to you about that. And then next week, Lars Lofstrand here, owner Capacity Company, Capacity Coaching Company, and partner in Halo Group Realty. He's been on here a few times talking to you about business and vision. and how to get past some of the success barriers in your life. And so he's going to be here next week. You want to stay tuned for that because he's going to talk about how to really write out your vision for this year, how to really make sure that you get that going. And it's going to be something you're going to want to hear. We get always good responses when he's on the show, so I'm excited to have him here. So you'll want to tune in for that next week at 11 o'clock. This is Tuttle Talk here on the Real Estate Radio Network. And now my new expert contributor, who I also interviewed earlier this month, and he is the owner of Utility Concierge here in Dallas, Texas, Mr. Gabe Abshire. Gabe, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
Hey, you
excited to be here.
I'm sure. Look at that. There's
Pumped.
The excitement.
There it is.
Jeez, gosh, I've been trying to get that out of you. You're just such an exciting guy normally.
The microphone's just like a video camera on my face. People shut down.
Yeah, that's
Try
what
not
it
to
is.
do that.
That's right. I know you get nervous. You look better. You've got as I hear all the time, people think it's a joke that no one tells you, but you've got the face for radio. I'm like, thank you. I don't know how I've heard that 4 times today.
Yeah, people tell me that all the time about you.
Thanks,
I don't get it.
No, it doesn't count because you're telling them. You're saying it to them first. They're just saying stuff back to you. Oh man, that Andy. He sure
Your own
is.
father said that actually.
He sure is. Ouch.
Yeah.
That hurts. Well, you know what? I may have the face for radio, but I'm gang it. Both of us are going to have the fitness, the body for other stuff because we are going to lose some weight, and that's what's going to happen, aren't we?
I'm in.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You were trying to cheat. We were going to do like liposuction therapy or something with you.
Let's not say we. That was your idea.
That was
not my idea.
Well, anyway, the better idea is that Coach Jimmy, who comes on here every week, gives you guys tips on fitness. Because we talk about financial wellness, we talk about the local real estate market, but then Coach Jimmy comes on and helps us with some of our physical fitness, and he has challenged us to do what's called a 21-day reset. And Gabe is doing it. Thank you, sir. You're doing it, right?
I am.
I'm doing it starting February 1st. And people lose a lot of weight on this. You don't even work out. I'm pretty excited about my wife is doing it. Gabe, your wife,
yes.
Veronica, is doing it as well, right? Jason Browning at the office is doing it, one of my mortgage coaches, and we're actually trying to get the whole office involved in some of this just to get everybody. And so if you want to join, you can go to my fan page at facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. There's a link there Coach Jimmy put or I put on there for him. I can't remember. But click on that link. You can find out more, and you can join us too February 1st. It is a little difficult, but the meals are going to be fantastic, and you're going to get in shape. It's a great time. I mean, talking about I'm planning on losing at least 10 pounds, maybe 15 pounds in 21 days, which is pretty exciting. That's what it does. A lot of people lose 20, 30 pounds, which is insane. And it's healthy. It's not like starving your body. You're doing liposuction, Gabe, you dirty rat.
Not my idea. My goal is going to be 15 pounds, I think.
15 pounds?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make mine 10 because you are a lot fatter than me. So
wow, thanks. Well, maybe there should be a challenge here. I tried to give you the old, the Abshires against Tuttle, and you didn't want to do that. So maybe we should. Maybe there should be a challenge between me and you.
Okay, I like this. We'll do a little. Who loses the most weight? You have more weight to lose. It's not fair.
Wow, that's kind of hateful.
Well, okay, I'll do this.
I'm also 6 foot tall, not 5'1".
Ouch.
So
I'm 5'8.5". You rat. So, all right. This is what we're thinking about doing a 90-day challenge at our office. February 1st all the way through May 1st, and we're going to have a little contest, throw $100 each into the kitty, and the branch is going to match it. So why don't we talk about that, buddy, and maybe next week we'll have a little more on that. If you really want to challenge, we'll throw that down. I'm okay with that.
I'm in.
I can take you.
Don't be scared.
I'm going to win this whole thing.
I'm just saying, don't be scared.
All right. So you little punk. Even though you're also challenging and competitive in fitness, but also in business, and that's why you have this company that I love that we use for all of our clients, Utility Concierge, and you help homeowners, whether you already live in your home or you're looking to buy a home in the area, you help clients and homeowners get all their utilities set up. So I think your slogan is, you make the selections, we make the connections, right?
That is right.
So what are you seeing going on right now as far as the frustrations that homeowners are having and what you're doing to help them out?
There's a lot of folks moving from out of state into the DFW area, so we are working with a lot of people that's relocating, but also we're working with people that are moving right down the street or into a different neighborhood in the same city, and we can most of the time save them quite a bit of money because they've had their same providers for 5, 6, 7 years, and they think, oh, well, the easiest way is to just transfer it. Actually, a perfect example of this, I was in a line at La Madeline in Las Colinas last week, and I'm sitting there, waiting to order the massive line, and I hear these two girls talking behind me. I couldn't help eavesdropping. And she's talking about, I need to get a security system, and, we've got to do this, we got to do this. And I said, look, I couldn't help but overhear a conversation that you're moving, and I told them about our company, what we do, and she's like, "Oh, you know what? We're just gonna transfer everything." Well, I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, "Well, a lot of people think that, but we can save you literally hundreds of dollars a year if you just let us take a look at what you have and see if we can save you some money. So we're going to get you the latest and greatest deals versus, you taking that same package you've had for 4 years and just transferring over. You're not getting any benefit for that."
Well, I'll tell you that's true too, because one of the things that upsets Beth and I when we're watching, because we have like Time Warner Cable and everybody's got their different cable or internet providers or whatever, and it doesn't matter who it is. You get the new people come in, and they always have these great deals. And then you look at your bill. We looked at ours recently. We're like, why is it going up $15 a month? So it's kind of, you got to offer the incentives to get people there, but once they get there, they don't really treat you.
Well, I mean,
I know it's business.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, everyone has introductory offers.
Yep.
And so when you're moving to a new home, why not get that introductory offer again?
I'm with you.
Why not start over, get the latest and greatest in HD technology and DVRs and whole home DVRs and things like that. Take advantage of the technology that's out there now instead of using the old stuff you've had for years.
Yeah, and I guess to your point, that's the whole deal. I mean, if you transfer it, it's not getting the startup or whatever, the initiation deal, whatever you call it.
I mean, most of the time if you transfer it, they might transfer it for free for you, but then they're going to lock you down in another 2-year agreement without giving you those benefits.
Moral of the story, were you able to help them out? Did you talk to them after that?
Well, I was in line. I told her, to go online to utilityconcierge.com. Click that Get Connected button.
That's true. It's easy.
Fill the information out. I did tell her to put in the notes, met the CEO at La Madeline, and he said take great care of me, but we'll see.
We'll see. You'll have to see. Did you also tell her to put in what you ordered there? What did you get at La Madeline, since we're talking about diet and fitness? What'd you get there, buddy?
Well, my wife, she got the Caesar salad with the chicken. I just got a grilled ham sandwich.
There you go. All right. Healthy, light, low calories. With what?
Hey, February 1st.
With
February 1st.
Yeah, we'll get in there February 1st, man. Well, look, I want you to stick around for the Word on Wealth here, because I want to ask a couple questions on this, because we talk about this a lot. It's been too long since I've talked about it, but I get a lot of questions from you about building your financial house, and it's important that I go back and kind of go over the foundations, because people want to know. I still find, especially when the stock market has, have a couple of good days even, or a good week, and, oh, man, maybe it's time to get back in, because it's, 13,000 500, 600, 700, depending. It's been depending on the day this week, and I still think it's poised for a sell-off. But at the end of the day, people want to start throwing their savings and money at the stock market, and it's like, whoa, wait a second. Do you have an emergency fund? Do you have reserves set up? Do you have the basics? Do you have life insurance set up for your family? And people don't, because those aren't sexy, right? It's not like the big returns on life insurance, but it's so critical. You've got to lay a foundation before you can build your house. And so I kind of want to go over quickly some of that foundation. But Gabe, would you agree that you need to have a foundation for your home, a good one?
Absolutely. Especially in Texas, the way the soil is.
That's true.
That gumbo soil is kind of tough. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have life insurance, sir?
It is in the process.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
See, this guy... He's a business owner.
Call me out, buddy.
I'm
Thanks.
calling you out right here on the show. That's what we do.
Tuttle Talk.
Well, but it's true, because you are very successful in what you do. You've started several businesses, and you've done well for yourself. It hasn't been, when you're doing those and you're getting a big return on your businesses, sometimes you don't even think about that. But as you have a family, you start to realize that you do need one, and you do need to protect them in case something happens. Is that what happened with you?
Absolutely. And I mean, it's also another place to put your money, that's going to, you have options in life insurance, obviously, but, you can, get a return on that in the future.
And you can get a return on that. And There's one of the, and we've talked about it, and I can't remember all the things, but it can be tax deferred. You can it protect some of your wealth. There are strategies, sophisticated strategies to use life insurance for that. Basic, though, if you're just getting started, just a term policy is good. Just get going on that. Get life insurance. So let's go over the core four. I want to remember you remind you got to get life insurance. Term policy is fine to start, but you need to protect your family. It's a love letter to your spouse if anything happens.
And you can always transfer that term into another policy, so you can always roll it over. So get something, and then if you have some more money to put in later on down the road, you can roll that over and upgrade to a different policy.
Very smart. That's exactly right. And there are totally those strategies that you can do. And it is right for some people, many people, as you grow in your wealth, to be able to do that. And it is a good place to protect a portion of your money, too, as you grow and you get more successful and your businesses grow and those kinds of things. So very good point, Gabe. The second thing you got to do is you got to have reserves. You have to have, if something happens and you don't have reserves, then you're in trouble. This is why I always talk to you about when you want to do a 15-year loan with 50% down. And I posted this on the fan page this week, but do a 30-year loan with 20% down. Keep liquidity for opportunity and protection. If you don't have the reserve set up, what are you doing rolling all the money from one house into another and not having 6 months of living expenses in an account for reserves if something happens, and money in an emergency fund? And I'm not talking emergency fund because you need new furniture. I'm talking about emergency fund that if all one phone call happens, we're all a phone call away. We're all one phone call away for something just destroying us. So if that phone call happens, do you have an emergency fund to help protect you and your loved ones and to live off of that when that happens, or hopefully that doesn't happen? But you got to have reserves. You got to have emergency fund. You got to have life insurance. And one of the things is the other one is kind of a long-term care, a disability. And it kind of falls in with that life insurance piece. But the other one's an estate plan, some kind of will and trust. And we talk about this, only 5% of Americans have that. And a will or a trust, some kind of probate avoidance in your life, which means a couple of things. One, if something happens to you and your spouse, the state decides who gets custody of your kids, and it's probably not going to be the set of parents that you want it to be. Also, it protects your wealth transfer. It protects if something happens to you and you're incapacitated. Not fun ideas, but guys, that's why you do it now when things are going good. Get it out of the way. Set it and forget it, and review it every few years or every 10 years, and you're in good shape.
Yeah, on that point, Andy, actually, my grandmother passed last Monday, and so we went down for the funeral, and my grandfather had passed about 8 months ago. And one thing that he was awesome at, he did make all those plans, so it was really nice for my aunts and uncles and my mom to have all that laid out. The will was done, everything was set up. He had bought their plots in the mausoleum, years and years and years ago, and everything was there ready to go, and he had made all the preparation. It was really amazing.
Buddy, actually, that's a great story, and I love stories like that because that is truth. You don't want to be on the other side of that story, and I'm sorry that happened to you, buddy. But that's the kind of stuff that you can do to help build a legacy and help your family and think of others instead of yourself. You are listening to Tuttle Talk here on the Real Estate Radio Network. Coming up, Sandi Krakowski. She is a marketing genius. She literally has millions of clients all over the world. We're going to learn what has made her so successful, and she's going to give some tips for you small business owners out there on how to make this your best year yet. So stay with us.
This program is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit realestateradio.us for more info. That's realestateradio.us.
Are you a grandparent? Do you want to make sure the assets you leave to your children make it down to your precious grandchildren, and your children don't lose them to divorce, creditors, or lawsuits? I can help you make sure your assets make it down to those precious grandchildren. You can reach me at 214-736-9696, 214-736-9696. I'm Lee Hilton, and I help you protect the two most important things in your life: everyone you love and everything you own.
Real Estate Radio's Tuttle Talk in Dallas is hosted by local real estate and finance expert Andy Tuttle. The purpose of the show is to help consumers understand what's really going on in our local real estate market. We're teaching you the why and the how-to, so you'll always be one step ahead of everyone else. Whether you need to sell your home for top dollar, refinance and save money, or even buy a bargain in DFW, Andy Tuttle can help. Call Andy directly at 214-736-9696. That's 214-736-9696. Take advantage of speaking with Andy anytime you're entering a real estate transaction. Having someone who can answer all your questions that truly cares about you and your family's best interest is priceless. Call Andy today and you'll be glad you did. 214-736-9696. That's 214-736-9696. Or you can visit andytuttle.com for more info.
Do you have an insurance strategy? When is the last time you had a policy checkup? Do these sound like odd questions to you? Well, they might if you are used to hearing insurance agents talk only about all the money they can save you on your insurance. Saving money is important, but with insurance, saving money on premium may cost you big dollars on claims. Why? Because not all policies are created equally. So, if you come across someone who does not have a clear insurance strategy, or you yourself don't, they probably need an insurance review or a policy checkup. And John Allen with Texas Community Insurance can help. He is trusted in the industry, and he has helped me and many of my clients over the years save tons of money and get properly insured. Call 214-736-9696. That's 214-736-9696, and we will personally introduce you to John Allen to get that review, get that checkup, and take care of your needs. You can also reach out on Facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. Welcome back, Dallas. You're listening to Tuttle Talk on the Real Estate Radio Network. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. Don't forget, you can also listen on your iHeartRadio app, and you can reach us at 214-736-9696. 214-736-9696. You can also become a fan of the show at Facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. And as always, you can catch all shows, past, present, and future at AndyTuttle.com. My special guest today is Sandi Krakowski, president and founder of A Real Change International, marketing guru. She has 11 successful companies under her belt, and she's actually ranked, this is a really cool statistic, top 25 in the 2012 Startup Nation Leading Moms in Business competition. Sandi Krakowski, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Andy. It's a pleasure to be here.
It is fantastic to have you here. I really can't wait to get into some of the ideas and discussions we get into today. But, you know, speaking of being a leading mom, I do find it really interesting that not only have you homeschooled your three wonderful boys, men now, really, many of them, Jeremy and them growing up, but also your whole family kind of works for you or with you in some way, correct?
That's correct. Yep, we started homeschooling Jeremy when he was just a little guy. He's going to be 25 in March. And my baby now towers about 3.5, 4 inches over me. He's 17 and in his last year of school. So we've been doing it for quite some time. I've been running my own companies for almost 17 years now.
Wow.
And Alan actually came home. It was a year in August, so he's going on a year in just a couple months to join this fun adventure that we do. We're actually, you know, some of us working here at home, some of us going to work in a remote office. One of my sons actually plugs in virtually and is our media director all the way from Texas, and it's really a dream of mine. I had prayed and put it into my business plan to have all of us doing this, so it's been real exciting to see it happen.
So you know, speaking of vision, and I know you're very big on this and harmony and really priorities, and we're going to get into some of that, but I am curious, when you say you had that in your vision, and you've been doing this for 17 years, did you have this in your vision? You're saying before you started doing this? And I guess my question really is, how did you know, hey, I'm going to be good at marketing, I'm really good at this, and I'm going to have my family work with me? How did that start?
Well, first of all, it took me quite a while to realize, hey, I think I'm really good at marketing. Our very first business that I actually grew was on a whim. I had absolutely no experience other than running a cleaning business as a single mom at one point, was raising Jeremy as a single mom, living on about $5,000 a year. I met my husband when I was cleaning an office, my husband-to-be, and he not only married me, he adopted Jeremy, and about 10 months later, because we got pregnant right away, after the honeymoon, had Justin.
That's awesome.
And so he earned the Super Dad Award. But I wanted very much to be able to have some high-end kitchenware and create a great home for my family, and I had all these white picket fence visions of, you know, being a Susie homemaker and really creating a home for my family very different than the one that I grew up in. I grew up in a home where my mom spent half of my childhood in and out of a psychiatric ward. My father was a workaholic. And, you know, my idea of a business was to be able to give me the things that we couldn't necessarily, quote unquote, afford on Alan's salary. And I thought I would play my hands at this internet thing when it was just starting in the 90s. And really, to be fully honest with you, Andy, praying and asking God how to do this thing, studying other websites, what they were doing, and gleaning some of the knowledge that I had gotten through publishing and good old-fashioned print newsletter that used to be delivered through the mail. Our very first year, I did $30,000 in profit.
Wow.
By my second year, we had gone over $1 million, and I had also created that big, people call it that war between the dream and the disaster, where now I was working 90 hours a week, and we were hugely successful, and I was extremely overwhelmed with this ability that I did not know I had. It would later, I would have a billionaire say to me, do you have any idea what you did with your ability to study what other people were doing, to pay very close attention to what the marketplace wanted, to have that eagle sight, piece the pieces together, and deliver it in such a way that filled that urgent, pressing problem, but created a solution that was very unique? No, I had no idea. I mean, I was just doing it with the ethics and morality that I lived my whole life. If it's not in my kitchen, was my slogan, you won't find it in my store. I had no idea that was a really good tagline. I had no idea that when I was writing descriptions on how to use the kitchenware and showing pictures, because back then we didn't have video, that I was actually doing phenomenal marketing when all I was really doing is sharing why I thought it was amazing and how it helped me. And while I thought every homemaker should have one, that wasn't just a tagline to me that you should have one. And when I removed it from my store, it wasn't I don't think the ROI is good on this anymore. I didn't even have the business sense of ROI back then. It was just, I wouldn't give this to my enemy, let alone sell it in my store anymore. And I would later discover, I wrote all the copywriting, have always done that with our companies, that at about our third year, I realized I think I might be onto something, and I was running simultaneous vitamin stores, very similar to like what you'd see with the Vitamin Shop and that right now, where we had like 1,000 products and a kitchenware store and publishing CDs and that for women all at the same time. So my very first, I guess you could say, when did you ever figure out you were good at marketing? I don't know that happened until actually maybe recently in the last 6 years, Andy, that I realized I might be good at this thing. But the revelation that I knew that I loved marketing came very quickly. Because I loved being able to create a result and serve people and help them create a result with what they bought from me.
That's good stuff. You're listening to Tuttle Talk here on the Real Estate Radio Network. We're talking with Sandi Krakowski, president and founder of A Real Change International and marketing guru. Sandi, you said that you definitely grew that small business, and you've had 11 successful companies now, and found out that you were passionate for that, and also passionate for you've taken all that skill and finding out, I guess, like you say, you have the eagle eye and you really understand the market and understand how to do marketing, and now you help millions of other small business owners and people that want to get into this space of being entrepreneurial and really, like you say, kind of really combining your business and your life to have the best business and the best life that you can have, and having harmony there. What is the biggest frustration out there among your clients?
I think the biggest frustration out there among my clients was the biggest frustration that I had, even as a mentor and a business owner, that the training that tends to be out there, unfortunately, we are exiting what I will say a predominant direct response marketing culture, where all marketing has been driven by, if you direct them in this way, you can get a response in that way. None of which means that it's deceitful or hypey or anything, but it literally was driven by a direct response. So if you put this offer out there, the response is to get them to do, say, call a toll-free line, or purchase this product, or go to our website, etc. What's happened, though, is we've entered into the era with social media, with transparency, with your online reputation, where relationship is the currency of this generation. And a lot of direct response marketing companies, quite frankly, Andy, don't want to have a relationship with their customers. They've bucked it. They've refused it. They don't want it. And what's out there right now, there's a lot of really good companies out there. I really don't believe in bashing people to say that's why you should do business with us. But I think the real issue is that people are confused by the whole, I call it the pimping model of business online, where, a lot of times you feel like you're being pimped as a customer. You feel like you're being prostituted, where somebody's offering you this and offering you that and promising you this and promising you that. And then the frustration comes in when you get the course or you try to maybe put up your blog or develop your own online social media platform. Everything sounds like it's in freaking Greek. You get what I'm saying? We're, okay, great. I didn't know I needed a master's degree to understand what you're talking about.
I do understand because it's happened to me personally.
Yeah. I built multiple WordPress sites. I wrote copy for a lot of corporations, small mom and pops, even some big companies. And when I first began to go through some WordPress courses to try to maybe take my skill to another level, here I had made millions of dollars doing what I was doing. And I'm going through some of these courses and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. This stuff is hard. And I began to think, no, wait a second. Maybe this was written by a programmer. And to all my programmers, I love you, but you shouldn't be writing copywriting and you shouldn't be writing manuals. And so I began to break it down into common language, I guess you could say, and sharing with people the frustrations that I heard, and let me help you find the solution with the frustration. And the demand was enormous. I mean, our very first product I put out in 2009 with A Real Change International was a sold-out class. And the unanimous thing we heard was, you've broken this down into bite-sized pieces that we not only can take action on, but it makes sense. Andy, how often have you ever tried to learn something that you're trying to take the steps, but, I don't care if you've even tried. I'm a full-on Christian. I am so unashamed of my faith. We've got people who follow us from all backgrounds. So you'll often hear me say, and I've asked God, and I literally mean asked him, where you're going through the steps where you're like, okay, God, but I really have no clue where I'm going. And none of this makes sense to me. Where people would say, I finally get a big picture. And I think, Andy, 20 years of homeschooling? 20 years of teaching my kids how to break things down into practical life steps. I was not interested in filling a bucket. Like Daniel Webster said, my goal as a mom and an educator was to fan their flame, to get them on fire with what God put in them, to make them effective communicators, effective leaders. So I just naturally brought that into my business, and people started having some ridiculous results.
And I guess that actually leads to my next question, Sandi, because, and you explained one of them, that there are a ton of marketing companies out there doing all kinds of stuff. Most of the time people don't get it. I don't understand what they're talking about because I didn't have the foresight to see it, but it was written by programmers, so it's really difficult. Mm-hmm. But what you've done is kind of put that down into a digestible way, more of a way for people to assimilate it. And now you're seeing a lot of results. So would you say that it's working?
Yeah, it's working. I mean, for example, one of the things that we've done is broke down the pay-per-click marketing process into such a way that not only were we able to add 210,000 highly engaged, converting traffic and members and fans on our Facebook and Twitter accounts, but here's the reality. The typical engagement ratio on Facebook was between 3 to 7%, according to most social media experts. Not only is our website and our Facebook page averaging 50 to 75% engagement, but our average beginning client will end up with 4,000 to 5,000 new people on their business page in under 30 to 60 days, and they will also see 25 to 50% engagement. And I've been writing pay-per-click ads for 15 years. They haven't been. So what I thought, why isn't anybody showing them? So I would show my screen in a video. I'd show them how to write an ad, how to look at what good copy is and what good copy isn't. The funnest thing to me is that there's a copywriter. His name is Marlon Sanders. And he's been in copy for a long time. And Marlon, if you're listening to this, I love you. But we've got to tell the truth now. You were writing copy when I was in, kindergarten. And so the thing is, and he wrote me and he says, Sandi, I've got to tell you what. You have made pay-per-click and Facebook so easy for me. I am a long-time retired copywriter. But you hit it on the nail when you broke this down into simple pieces. and you're speaking to what people are already saying. And so the results we get is not only beginners like that. We've had, a neurologist, Dr. John Hayes, who ended up with over 7,000 people on his Facebook page in 90 days, people who are in like a direct sales business, authors, publishers. One of our head coaches launched a new page, very successful at what he does, and in just about 2.5 weeks ended up with 900 people. And I think the thing is, people would talk about the theory of pay-per-click. They would talk about what you don't want to do on pay-per-click. They would talk about why pay-per-click, but no one was ever showing any screen captures, Andy. Right. No one was ever showing how to write a simple ad and then to follow on. It was a very beginner course from there. And that's how we've modeled all of our courses, and people are getting great results.
I appreciate that information so much, and I know I've started going through some of your programs and really appreciate it, and it's really helped me have proper engagement even on my fan page, because one of the biggest things you taught me was, it's okay to talk personal on your business page. It's not okay to talk business on your personal page, and it's near as much. And I really appreciate that, and I find that I get a higher engagement. People care because you gotta show people how much you care about them. And in our final couple of minutes together, because I know you have a huge heart for people, and this month is my success month. Every week we're talking to different professionals who aren't just successful with money, but the way they look at life and giving back to others and their whole approach. And so in the final moments, I kind of have a two-part question. And one is, because I know you talk about harmony and priorities, how important do you believe that is to have harmony between your life and business? And the second piece of that is, your definition of success that I want you to leave with my listeners.
Well, to me, harmony means, Andy, that I don't become a different person on Monday than I am on Sunday. That if you ran into a local restaurant when my family and I were there on Friday night, I'm not a different person than you see on my Facebook page on Wednesday afternoon. That when I'm hanging out with my boys and we're buying a new drum set, or we're maybe practicing something because we're going to be in the worship rock band and they're doing their part, or I'm singing, or they're with me and I'm speaking that weekend, and 500 guests are with us, and they're part of the client care and happiness engineering, is what we call it, for the client experience at an event. Or we're hanging out on a vacation, you're not seeing a segmented person. For example, when we were in Kona, Hawaii last month, we went into a Tommy Bahama store, having a blast, being who we are. We've been so blessed to be able to not only, provide a village home for some babies in Cambodia, to take care of babies in Africa. I'm very passionate about rescuing people out of trafficking and the slave trade and rehabilitating. We love being able to help people pay for adoptions and things like that. But we also have a family priority where we recreate family. That's what recreation is. And one of our recreating times this year was in Kona. So we're shopping at Tommy Bahama's, having a blast. And my boys just start engaging with the cashier like they do, because they've just got phenomenal people skills. And the gal was asking what they do, and they were sharing, some recent fitness goals we have in that. And it was the wildest thing. We told her, have a great day. And, they go, you can see my mom's Facebook page here. And she just kind of, kind of shrugged it off, but was polite about it. The wildest thing is, about an hour later, I'm on my Facebook page on my iPhone as we're going back to where we were, our house, that we rented in Kona. And this lady shows up on my Facebook page, and she goes, oh, my gosh. I went to Facebook on my lunch break, and there was your ad. I would not forget the pink hair anywhere. And we were how many hours away from home? And she said, I've sat here reading your page, and you're not any different than the woman who just came into our store to shop on your vacation. To me, that is success. To me, success is when I got a letter from my son the other day that I want to close and read to you, okay? My 19-year-old, who's financially independent, has recently paid cash for his girlfriend's engagement ring, who has himself positioned to be able to be a wonderful provider of his home, who said to me, Mom, during the last several months, I have gone from working only very part-time for you and wondering how I would ever be able to become the provider of a home one day, let alone have something that I could say I'm gainfully employed and am proud of. I have gone from making just enough to provide for myself and being very, very grateful to now being able to pay cash for Holly's wedding ring, being able to marry her and provide for her. But beyond that, Mom, I thank God every day because you have given me the ability to not only use my gifts, my talents, and my abilities, but to know that whether I'm at church, I'm in the marketplace working for a real change, or maybe even in Honduras where I was helping the boys that I was with this summer, I can live my faith full on in every situation that I am in. Thank you so much, Mom, not only for helping me be a part of the A Real Change family and giving me this opportunity, but thank you for showing me what it means to love people. That's success, Andy. That was on my desk the other day.
I would say.
And I thought of the mistakes I've made as a mom. I thought of the horrible trauma that I've been through in my life as a young 20-year-old, gang raped in my 20s, when all I really wanted to be was a good wife and a good mom. I remember when they told me they didn't think I was going to make it. I was so sick several years ago. I thought about all the mistakes I've made as a wife, and what does success mean to me, Andy, is number one, knowing that God loves me, that he accepts me unconditionally, that he's equipped me to be able to send that message. He loves you, and he accepts you by delivering excellence through business and then seeing it show up everywhere in my life. That's, to me, is success.
Well, Sandi, thank you so much for that fantastic definition of success and for your time here today. If you want to find out more about Sandi, you can reach out to her on her fan page. It's just Sandi Krakowski.
Sandi Krakowski Biz, B-I-Z.
Biz. Oh, I always put in Sandi Krakowski. It comes up because you have 78,000 fans. So there you go.
It'll come up if you just type in Sandi, I think.
I think it will. You got enough
With
fans.
an I.
That's right. And also at arealchange.com. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, they want to go to arealchange.com and then put in /blog. If you go to arealchange.com, you can actually get a copy of a marketing book that I wrote actually for free. And when you go to the blog directory, you can't miss it. The gal with the pink hair, that's me. And all our amazing clients and all of the different things that they've been able to do to create a real change. And like we said, creating a great business is one thing, but creating a life you can be proud of, that's what it's about.
That's fantastic. Sandi, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Tuttle Talk here on the Real Estate Radio Network. Up next, we'll get to Coach's Corner, and we'll wrap up the show and go over a few of these pointers right after this.
This program is brought to you by the Real Estate Radio Network. Visit realestateradio.us for more info. That's realestateradio.us.
Why do I need an agent? I'll just go online and get my own insurance. I'll save money if I do it myself, right? Online relationships aren't for everyone. A good agent gets to know a little bit about you and the things that you own so that he or she can get you the right coverage at the right price. And when you have a claim, you should feel good knowing you can call your agent. The same person who helped you get the coverage, the one who knows you, not some online stranger. If you are getting nothing out of your current insurance relationship, call me at 214-736-9696. I'm John Allen at Texas Community Insurance, and I can help you. Once again, that's John Allen, 214-736-9696.
As a business owner, are you getting all the tax advantages that are available to you? Are your assets protected from creditors as much as possible? What are you doing to save and invest your hard-earned income on a tax-favored basis? And finally, are you aware that you can legally discriminate in favor of yourself and other key employees with certain planning techniques? Hi, I'm Randy Nichols, partner at Spectrum Financial Group in Addison, Texas. If you answered no or you're unaware of the answer to any of these questions, call me at 214-736-9696. I can provide you with the answer to these and other important questions to help you improve your personal financial situation and take advantage of all the benefits that are available to you. Call me, Randy Nichols, at 214-736-9696. That's 214-736-9696. That's 214-736-9696.
Why do people prefer to do business with Fidelity National Title? Some people say for the high-level security we offer through our solid financial strength. Some say they trust our history of excellent service. But most say it's our passion for excellence that keeps our customers coming back. Put your trust in a company that stands the test of time and will be here tomorrow. To learn more about Fidelity National Title, visit fidelitydfw.com or call 877-862-9111.
And we're back here. This is Tuttle Talk on the Real Estate Radio Network. Every single week I'm doing that. I just don't know why you forget. I'm going to do it every week. I am your host, Andy Tuttle. You can listen to us on our iHeart Radio app. You can also become a fan of the show, facebook.com/Tuttle Talk, and reach out to us on our off-air number at 214-736-9696, 214-736-9696. Coach's Corner today is brought to you by Utility Concierge. You make the selections, they make the connections. Have them help you on all your home connection needs. Go to utilityconcierge.com and get connected today. And speaking of today, like every week, I bring you Coach Jimmy from Coach's Corner. He lost 100 pounds. He's helped me lose 15. He's going to help me lose 15 more. And he brings you tips every single week. Coach Jimmy, what are the tips today?
Well, hello, Andy, and we're big time now. We have a sponsored our segment is sponsored. That's awesome, man. I'm so glad to be here, and we have very simple tips today, but they always surround the same thing we talk about all the time, and it is support. That there are people out there looking to either lose weight, improve their energy. Maybe there's some scrawny guys out there that want to put some mass on, want to put some muscle on. People just want to live healthier lives. But it is always easier if you go down this road with somebody else or plug into somebody that's going to encourage you and support you. In fact, it's the blog post that I have up right now today is about success story after success story. And the theme, as I was looking through these stories, was that they had somebody they were working with, whether it was a team, a trainer, one of our Facebook support groups. That theme just kept coming up. I worked with, I'm so thankful for, and it wasn't just about them. So it was very cool.
That is very cool. And I tell you, speaking of, and it is all about support, and that's one of the things you've encouraged me on. And I actually have got support from the office today. We talked about earlier on the segment or on the show today. We got Gabe is joining us with the 21-day reset. We got Jason Browning at the office is doing the 21-day reset with us, and we're talking to everybody else there. We got a few others at the office thinking about it starting February 1st. My wife is doing it, and then Gabe's wife is doing it as well. So we got a little team here going on getting into this little reset and this little contest and doing the support.
And that's so fantastic. I mean, the 21-day reset, like I told you, Andy, last year, I did it last year. It really changed my world. I was crazy skeptical because they told me you can't work out for these 21 days. But I dropped about 10 pounds, dropped 40 points on my cholesterol. And, again, that I was looking, and we have a Facebook support group that you're going to be in. We're going to come to your office, actually, and take everybody's kind of beginning stats, and everybody's going to have access to this amazing Facebook support group that we've had running for about a year now. And I peeked in there this morning knowing that you and I were going to talk and started looking at some of the testimonies. It was like Terry lost 8 pounds in his first week. Michael lost 13.5 pounds in week 1. Energy and focus way up, feeling great, sleeping better. Dawn talked about how her acne cleared up. Justin K had lost 16.8 pounds in his second week. And one of the coolest ones, Tara C., she quit smoking as a result of going through this 21-day ultimate reset. So sometimes it goes even beyond just weight loss with this thing. So I'm really excited to see what your office, and the listeners that decide to step up and join you on this journey, what their results are going to be as well.
Well, I'm very excited about that. Do me a favor. Make sure, again, I have the links to where they can get a hold of the reset, where we can get a hold of maybe the support groups that you have on your own Facebook fan pages or your own group, so I can put those on the fan page and make sure people have access to those, because I want you guys involved. I want you losing weight and looking great and feeling good this year and having your best year yet. And I know that physical fitness is a big part of that, so make sure that happens to you. Coach Jimmy, thanks as always, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're listening to Tuttle Talk, and I hope you have enjoyed this hour as usual. Sandy was awesome today. I hope you took some notes on that because, guys, be fully expressed in what you do and in your business. One of the things about financial fitness and financial wellness is, well, part of that is revenue. Part of that is keeping. It's about the money you keep and how you're smart with that. But for some of you, it may be about making some more money too. And if you can do that but with something that you love, that's a great way to do business. It's a great way to do life. Loving what you do is such a big part of it. Don't let it be a drag for you. And take some of those tips And if you want to reach out and find out, you need to figure out a way to do more marketing. Maybe you want to get more relevant on social media. Maybe you just want to write some better copy on your blogs and figure out how to be strategic and communicate to your audience in a way that helps you grow your business and ultimately helps them in an honest way. Then you should check her out at Sandi Krakowski. That's Sandy with an I, and Krakowski, Krakowski, or at arealchange.com. Don't forget to get your boots on, guys. Bootcampaign.com. And next Friday, we're going to be wearing our boots. So once you're wearing yours too, go to bootcampaign.com, support the troops. I don't care what party you're in, but the troops, the soldiers that risk their lives and give their lives for us to have our freedom deserve your support. Give it to them. Let's get a campaign going, a boot campaign, and put your boots on, wear them, take pictures, post them on our site like we do the first Friday of every single month, and let us know your story about the vets, and let's keep supporting them. Don't forget also, go to yourmortgagereview.com, yourmortgagereview.com. Take 5 minutes, complete a short mortgage review this weekend about your situation. We'll find out if there's a savings opportunity for you. We'll show you your current loan versus a new opportunity at what it's going to cost you over time. It's a total savings analysis. We'll provide that report for you for free. We'll provide a copy of your credit report for free with some tips on how to improve that, whether that's you're at a 700 or a 600. It doesn't matter. And then we'll also go over the analysis with you. So we'll give you a consultation as well. So take the time and do that. And don't forget also, join the Facebook contest, guys. Do it. Go to facebook.com/Tuttle Talk. Click on the contest. There's a video there. I'll show you how to win. There's great prizes, including the Microsoft Surface tablet, night stay at a hotel, car detailing at your office, and great gift certificates to fantastic dining establishments here in the Metroplex. So do that. Join us. I'd like to thank Sandi Krakowski for joining us today, also Coach Jimmy and my good friend Mr. Gabe Abshire, owner of Utility Concierge. And I'd also like to thank Danny Miles, our production director, and the entire family here at KFXR. That's it for today. Race Talk is coming up next. This is Andy Tuttle for the Real Estate Radio Network. We'll be back here next Saturday from 11 to 12, so save this station. And thanks for listening to Tuttle Talk, where we're making financial intelligence a priority in our community. Have a great weekend.